Let me pose a critical question. How do you use your mornings, your hours, your minutes? Because, my friend, that's how you shape your life. Success doesn't burst onto the scene like a grand event. It doesn't appear out of nowhere like a surprise celebration. It arrives subtly, built through daily practices. While most people wait for a spark of inspiration, the truly exceptional are cultivating habits. They don't wait for the ideal moment. They craft it every single morning. Success isn't a one-time occurrence. It's a cadence, a routine, a collection of small actions repeated daily. Here's the key. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight, but you must tweak something you do each day. That's the focus of this video. We're not here for abstract ideas. We're diving into what the ultra-successful do. Their habits, choices, and patterns that distinguish the ordinary from the extraordinary. If you're tired of feeling stuck, if you're ready to stop watching others succeed while wondering how they do it, stick with me. I'm about to guide you through the daily practices of the ultra-successful. Not hype, not fluff, just what works, day after day. The only question is, are you ready to put them into action? Let's dive in. The morning sets the tone for the day. Let me share a fundamental truth. Your morning plants the seeds for your day, and the results depend on what you sow. How you kick things off matters because your starting point often shapes your finish line. The ultra-successful get this. They don't stumble into their mornings, they design them. They don't linger in bed, hitting snooze, they leap into action with purpose. Think about it. What do most people do when the alarm rings? They grumble, they sigh, they slap the snooze button like it's the enemy. But the successful? They rise, not just from sleep, but into intention. Why? Because the morning is the captain of the day. If the captain shows up late or disorganized, the whole ship goes off course. The same applies to your day. Here's a principle I swear by. Don't begin your day until you've mapped it out. That means planning, preparing, and deciding the night before. This is my focus, these are my priorities, and this is what I won't waste time on. The ultra-successful don't wonder what the day holds. They dictate its direction. They don't hope for a great day, they build one. Someone might say, I'm just not a morning person. That's fine. You don't need to rise at dawn with a burst of energy, but you do need to wake up with purpose. Purpose outweighs the comfort of your pillow. It pulls you out of bed when excuses try to hold you back. The successful see each day as a choice, a vote for discipline or delay. The first vote happens in the morning. Let me introduce you to the concept of a power hour. That first hour is sacred for the successful. They read, they journal, they reflect, they plan. No rush, no chaos, just focus. They don't start with news or social media, they start with their goals. They don't scroll aimlessly, they steer their day. If you don't take the wheel, the day will drive you, often right into a ditch. Here's a simple shift with massive impact: gratitude. It sounds basic, but the ultra-successful begin with appreciation, not complaints. When you start with gratitude, you spot opportunities where others see burdens. That's a mindset, and mindset is the bedrock of every morning. If you've been coasting through your mornings, today's the day to take charge. Habits don't need your permission, they deliver results, good or bad. Want better outcomes? Build a better morning. Here are 3 steps to start tomorrow. First, decide tonight what tomorrow looks like. Don't wait for the morning haze to set your course. Second, guard the first 15 minutes. No phone, no emails, no distractions, just you and your focus. Third, nourish your mind. Read a page, absorb an idea, jot down a thought. That's it. Do these, and you're no longer at life's mercy. You're leading it. Be the captain of your day. Step into your mind, body, and schedule, and give the day its orders. If you don't, someone else will. You have dreams to pursue, a future to create, and it all begins the moment you wake up. So rise with energy, focus, and purpose. Success will follow your lead. Learning is a must. Let me share a life-changing lesson. You can't grow your business, your career, or your life until you grow yourself. You can't guide others until you master your own mind. Success isn't just about effort, it's about wisdom, and wisdom comes from consistent learning. Ask yourself, when was the last time you fed your mind something new? You wouldn't skip meals for days, so why let your mind starve for weeks? Many people recycle the same old thoughts, like stale leftovers, but the ultra-successful know better. They live by a simple rule: you can't rise above your thinking. A level 10 life requires level 10 thoughts. So, they feed their minds daily, not sporadically, but every single day. Learning isn't a one-off event, it's a discipline. Someone might say, "I've already got my degree." That's great, but here's a truth worth noting. Formal education earns you a paycheck, but self-education builds your wealth. A diploma opens doors, but what you learn afterward shapes your destiny. What are you studying right now? What book is on your desk? What podcast is in your ears during your commute? If the answer is nothing, that's why you're stuck. The ultra-successful read, listen, and seek out ideas. More importantly, they learn from those ahead of them. They don't let pride stop them. They ask questions, hire coaches, invest in courses, and take notes from those who've walked the path. Why? Because learning cuts the distance to success. It saves time, reduces mistakes, and reveals shortcuts. Learning isn't just about gathering facts, it's about transformation. Knowledge is useless if your life stays the same. The ultra-successful don't hoard ideas. They act on them. They turn insights into results, wisdom into wealth. Here's a challenge. Commit to one new idea daily. Read a page, listen to a mentor, watch a short video, or journal a thought. Small inputs lead to massive outputs. Your mind is a garden. Plant something valuable, or weeds will take over. Be deliberate about what you let in, because your decisions, relationships, and success reflect your thinking. The world moves fast. If you're not learning, you're falling behind. The ultra-successful stay sharp, curious, and teachable. You are your greatest project, and you build it one idea at a time. Make learning a habit, and watch success start chasing you. Attitude is everything. Let me share a truth that's transformed my life. Your future isn't shaped by what happens to you. It's shaped by how you respond. Your mindset, your attitude, determines your path. Life throws challenges at everyone. No one gets a smooth ride. But the ultra-successful have a secret. You can't control events, but you can control your reaction. That reaction, your attitude, is the key to everything. Ask yourself, how do you approach your day? With confidence and energy, or with defeat and dread? Your attitude sends a signal to the world, to your goals, to yourself. It either opens doors or locks them shut. The ultra-successful guard their attitude like a priceless asset. Why? Because it colors everything. How you solve problems, how you handle pressure, how you show up for others and yourself. The best part? Attitude doesn't require talent, money, or permission, just a decision. Picture two people facing the same challenge, the same Monday morning. One groans, "Here we go again." The other says, "This is my chance to shine." Same situation, different mindset, different outcome. Attitude decides who thrives. Someone might say, "What if I wake up grumpy?" We all do sometimes. But the successful don't let a bad mood run the show. They pause, reset, and choose differently. Why? A negative attitude is costly. It drains energy, focus, and opportunities. The successful build attitude habits. They start with gratitude, not complaints. They speak belief, not doubt. They surround themselves with uplifting voices, not toxic ones. Mindset, like a muscle, needs daily training. If you don't strengthen it, the world will wear it down. Your greatest asset is your mind. A strong mindset carries you through tough times. A weak one can ruin even the best opportunities. So, before you check your bank account, check your beliefs. Before you focus on what's wrong, see what's right, step into a winning attitude, and watch how the world responds. Your attitude is your environment, and your environment shapes what grows. Fill it with belief, discipline, and gratitude, because success follows mindset, not mood. They prioritize energy. Health is the foundation. Let me tell you something too few people realize. Success begins with energy, not just ambition or ideas, but raw physical energy. Without it, the best plans gather dust, and the sharpest minds fade under fatigue. Your health is your engine. Without fuel, you're not going anywhere. Imagine having the perfect roadmap and a dream destination but no gas in the tank. You stall, you stop. That's what happens to talented people with big dreams but no stamina. It's not a success issue, it's a health issue. The ultra-successful treat their bodies like high-performance machines. You wouldn't put low-grade fuel in a sports car, so why feed your body junk and expect peak results? I'm not saying you need to be a fitness guru, but you must care for the vehicle that carries your dreams. That means eating for energy, not just taste, moving your body, not just your thumbs, and sleeping like your life depends on it, because it does. Discipline in health spills over into everything else. Eat better, think clearer, exercise, decide smarter, sleep well, show up stronger. Health isn't just about appearance, it's about performance. Ever notice how hard it is to stay driven when you're exhausted or sluggish? That's no coincidence. Success demands energy, physical, mental, emotional. The ultra-successful treat health like an investment. They protect it, prioritize it, and say no to what drains them. Whether it's junk food, late nights, or toxic habits. They say yes to what fuels them. Nutrition, movement, rest. They don't find time for health, they make it. Why? Because if you don't make time for wellness, illness will demand it later. Start small. A short walk, a healthier meal, a full night's sleep. These basics build empires. Your energy is your advantage. Guard it, grow it, prioritize it. Without energy, execution falters, and execution separates dreamers from doers. They plan with precision. Strategy comes first. Let me share a truth that'll save you years. Busyness doesn't equal progress. Sweat doesn't guarantee success. The ultra-successful know it's not about how much you move, but where you're headed. Hustle without direction is just chaos. So, what do? They plan before they act. They think, decide, and align their efforts with purpose. That's what sets them apart from the overwhelmed and the aimless. Here's a lesson I've lived by. Don't start your week or your day until it's clear on paper. Without a plan, you're not in control. Distractions are. Your phone, your inbox, the world's demands will pull you off course. The ultra-successful win the day before it begins. They wake up with priorities set. These are my goals. This is what matters. This is what I'll ignore. They know the difference between urgent and important, between busy work and meaningful work. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what counts. Imagine building a house without a blueprint. You'd waste time, materials, and sanity. The same goes for your day. The successful approach each morning like a project, with a clear plan in hand. Here's a challenge. Before you check your email, check your goals. Ask, what are the 3 things I must do today to move forward? Not 10, not 20, 3. That focus turns hours into results. Most people don't fail from laziness. They fail from lack of clarity. They react instead of create. But the ultra-successful plan, then execute. Start with 10 minutes of planning each morning. Map your priorities, anticipate obstacles, and decide your first step. With a plan, you lead your day with authority. Hard work matters, but strategic work builds legacies. They tackle the tough stuff. First, discipline trumps comfort. Let me reveal a secret of the ultra-successful. They don't wait for the perfect mood. They don't bargain with procrastination. They don't need to feel like it. Instead, they tackle the hardest task first, when it's inconvenient, uncomfortable, or intimidating. Why? Because discipline must come before comfort, or comfort will derail your dreams. The easy path is crowded with good intentions and unfinished plans. The hard path is where winners walk. What's the one task you keep avoiding? That call, that workout, that project, it's weighing you down. Every day you delay, it grows heavier. The ultra-successful know that doing the hard thing first makes the rest of the day easier. Avoid it, and the day controls you. Someone might say, "I'm not motivated." Motivation is unreliable without discipline. You don't need to feel ready, you need to start. Action creates momentum, not the other way around. Every choice shapes who you are. Tackle the hard task, and you build strength and confidence. Delay it, and you feed doubt and fear. The successful don't let fear decide. They take charge. They make the call, write the draft, hit the gym, not because it's fun, but because they value the outcome. Want more time, freedom, or clarity? Do the hard thing first. Here's a strategy. Each morning, write down your most critical task, the one that matters most, not the easiest. Do it before distractions creep in, while your willpower is strong. Discipline compounds. Each tough task you conquer makes the next one easier. Comfort is tempting, but it's a trap. Discipline says, do it now, grow through it. That's the voice that transforms lives. Beat procrastination, earn momentum, and watch success follow. They master. Their minutes. Time is your greatest asset. Let me share a vital truth. Time is more precious than money. You can recover lost funds, rebuild a failed venture, but spent time is gone forever. The ultra-successful guard their time like a treasure, knowing a wasted hour today delays their dreams tomorrow. Don't just count your hours, make them count. Most people spend time, the successful invest it. They don't ask, how long will this take? They ask, is this the best use of my time? Not all hours are equal. An hour of distraction yields nothing. An hour of focus drives progress. An hour of gossip brings regret. An hour of strategy delivers results. Someone might say, I don't have enough time, but you have the same 24 hours as the billionaire, the artist, the innovator. The difference is ownership. The successful don't let time slip away. They shape it, schedule it, defend it. Without a plan, your time gets hijacked by notifications, emails, and others' priorities. Here's a tip: run your day, or it will run you. The ultra-successful calendar everything: work, reflection, exercise, family time. Empty slots aren't freedom. They're invitations for low-value habits. Each night, ask, what are my top 3 priorities tomorrow? When will I do them? What distractions must I eliminate? 10 minutes of planning saves hours of wandering. Time is like money. People wouldn't toss $1,000 away, yet they waste hours without a thought. 1 hour of creativity could spark a breakthrough. 1 hour of learning could shift your perspective. 1 hour of presence could strengthen a relationship. Minutes matter. They build fortunes, legacies, lives. Take back your time. Track it, protect it, invest it. When you master your minutes, you multiply your impact. Stop saying, I don't have time. Say, I'm not giving my time to that. That's ownership. That's success. They speak with precision. Words shape outcomes. Let me tell you something many overlook. Words create empires, relationships, and legacies. The ultra-successful don't just talk, they communicate with clarity. A vague message gets ignored. A clear one moves mountains. Most people speak to be noticed, but the successful speak to be understood. They choose words carefully, like tools: sharp, purposeful, effective. The right words at the right time open doors that effort alone can't. Have you ever met someone who talks endlessly but says little? They ramble, they confuse, they hide behind jargon. Here's a principle I've lived by. Don't aim to impress with words, aim to connect with truth. The successful keep it simple, direct, and impactful. Clear communication reflects clear thinking. Before speaking, they ask, what's my goal? What outcome do I want? How can I say this simply? Clarity always wins. Someone might say, I'm not a great speaker. You don't need charisma, just clarity. Say what you mean in a way that resonates, builds trust, and inspires action. The ultra-successful excel at this in emails, meetings, and conversations. They listen intently, write precisely, and speak with purpose. Why? Because communication drives influence, and influence is the currency of leadership. Practice powerful phrases. Here's what I need. This is why it matters. What's the next step? Short, clear, effective. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. Your tone, confidence, and timing matter. The successful own the moment. They don't rush or mumble. They speak with strength and grace, and it moves people. Want a better career, team, or relationships? Upgrade your communication. Words create worlds, so choose them wisely. Speak like it matters, because it does. Evenings are for growth. Let me share a truth most overlook. A day isn't done until you've learned from it. You don't just close the day, you analyze it, adjust it, align it. Success isn't just about action, it's about what you glean from your actions. The ultra-successful don't work hard and collapse into bed. They reflect, they recalibrate. They end the day with wisdom, not just exhaustion. Ask yourself, when you hit the pillow, do you review the day? Do you pause to learn before racing forward? Reflection turns experiences into lessons. Without it, days blur into repetition. Here's a formula. Event plus reflection equals outcome. The event alone doesn't change you. It's what you learn that matters. Success teaches, failure teaches, conversations teach, mistakes teach, if you're paying attention. The ultra-successful are. Reflection shortens the gap between action and improvement. Most people take years to adjust. The successful do it daily. They ask, what worked? What didn't? Where did I shine? Where did I stray? Small tweaks keep them on track, like a pilot correcting a plane's course to avoid missing the destination. Some people aren't stuck because of a bad plan. They're stuck because they never review it. They repeat the same day, hoping for change. The ultra-successful upgrade nightly. They ask, did I lead well? Did I honor my values? What deserves more focus tomorrow? 5 minutes of reflection beats hours of aimless effort. Try this tonight. Write 3 things: a win, a lesson, a step for tomorrow. That's your recalibration. That's how you grow. Don't just chase progress. Practice it. Reflection isn't soft. It's discipline. It keeps the wise grounded and the great on mission. Don't collapse into bed. Learn from the day. Elevate it. Abundance begins within. Let me share a transformative truth. Gratitude isn't just an emotion. It's a practice, a lifestyle. For the ultra-successful, it's how they see the world. Gratitude isn't a once-a-year event. It's daily. It's the lens that reveals abundance, not lack. Abundance doesn't start with wealth. It starts in your heart. You can have everything and feel empty or little and feel fulfilled. It's all about focus. The ultra-successful don't dwell on what's missing. They celebrate what's here. They count their blessings, name them, cherish them. Success without gratitude leaves you hollow. You can achieve greatness, but feel unfulfilled without appreciation. The ultra-successful nourish their spirit first. They wake up thankful, go to bed grateful, saying, thank you for this chance, this lesson, this strength. Gratitude multiplies what you value. Someone might ask, how do I stay grateful in tough times? Gratitude doesn't ignore pain. It finds strength within it. It says, this is hard, but I'm still here, still growing. It reframes challenges, giving you resilience. Gratitude also attracts. It draws people, opportunities, and peace. People gravitate toward those who radiate positivity, not complaints. Try this. Daily, list 3 things you're grateful for. Big, small, ordinary, surprising. Feel them. Do this, and your perspective shifts. Gratitude isn't just nice, it's strategic. It opens your heart, sharpens your mind, lifts your spirit. The grateful are trusted with more because they honor what they have. Abundance starts with meaning, and meaning starts with gratitude. Surroundings matter. Let me tell you something critical. You don't just become what you think. You become what surrounds you. Your environment either lifts you up or pulls you down. The ultra-successful know this, so they curate their surroundings with care. They don't just focus on habits, they shape the spaces, people, and inputs around them. Why? Because proximity is power. Who's in your circle? Who's in your ear? Every interaction is either a boost or a drain. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Surround yourself with complainers and you'll complain. Surround yourself with builders and you'll grow. The ultra-successful audit their circle, protect their peace, and guard their inputs. They know a $1 million mindset can't thrive in a toxic space. They curate what they consume, books, podcasts, conversations, because what goes in shapes what comes out. They design their physical space for clarity, from their desk to their morning routine. They protect their time, saying no to draining people or pointless meetings, not out of arrogance, but to preserve what matters. Someone might say, "What if my family or coworkers are negative?" You can't always choose who's around, but you can set boundaries, limit exposure, and amplify positive voices. Build a mental environment that supports your vision, even if the physical one lags. Environment trumps willpower. Don't fight it. Fix it. Want focus? Create it. Want energy? Protect it. Want growth? Surround yourself with those who push you. Guard your space. It's sacred. What surrounds you shapes you. Data drives improvement. Let me share what separates the dreamers from the doers. The ultra-successful don't just work. They track their work. They don't guess at progress. They measure it. Why? Because what you don't track, you can't improve. Progress without data is wishful thinking, and wishful thinking doesn't build success. Numbers don't lie, feelings do. You might feel productive but achieve little, or feel like a failure while hitting targets. The successful don't rely on emotions. They check the data. Ask yourself, how many hours did you work on your goal last week? How much did you earn, save, or invest? How many steps did you take toward your dream? If you're vague, that's the problem. The ultra-successful know exactly where they stand because they keep score. Tracking builds awareness, awareness drives adjustment, and adjustment accelerates progress. You can't improve what you don't measure. For example, want to write a book? Don't just dream, track your daily word count. Progress with numbers is real. Without them, it's fantasy. The successful use systems, planners, journals, dashboards to stay accountable. They review weekly. Did I hit my goals? Why or why not? What needs tweaking? Tracking also builds momentum. Seeing progress, even small wins, fuels belief and discipline. You don't need to track everything, just what matters. A sticky note, a weekly check-in. Start small, but start. What gets measured gets managed, and what gets managed improves. Life rewards results, not effort. Know your numbers, review your progress, and be honest. The scoreboard tells the truth, and so does success. Value creates success. Let me share a misunderstood truth. You don't gain by chasing wealth. You gain by creating value. You don't build influence by seeking attention. You build it by serving others so well they can't ignore you. The ultra-successful know success comes from giving, not waiting. I'm not just talking about donations, though those matter. I'm talking about a daily habit of contribution, giving your energy, ideas, time, presence. Success isn't what you take. It's what you become through giving. Ask yourself, when people interact with you, do they leave better off? Inspired, encouraged, uplifted? The ultra-successful don't leave people unchanged. They lift them. Here's a principle. Don't aim to impress. Aim to add value. Talent shines, but value endures. Want better opportunities? Be more valuable. Want more impact? Give more presence, patience, character. Success flows where value grows. The successful make giving a habit. They mentor, help, and plant seeds quietly, trusting the return will come. And it always does, often with interest. Giving isn't about being used, it's about being useful. Give with integrity, and you build equity in your brand, relationships, future. The most successful never stop giving, even when they could rest, because a full life comes from a full heart, and a full heart comes from giving. Each day, give something costly. A kind word, encouragement, your best effort. Go the extra mile. That's where greatness lives. Want to stand out? Over-deliver. Want a legacy? Contribute. Life rewards givers, not takers. Wake up asking, how can I add value today? Give daily, and you'll build significance, the true prize of success. Humility fuels growth. Let me tell you what keeps the ultra-successful thriving long after their first win. They stay humble and hungry. Pride says, I've arrived. Hunger says, there's more to achieve. Humility keeps you open to learning. The successful don't see recognition as the finish line. They see room to grow, serve, and improve. The moment you think you're above learning, you stagnate. Ego blocks excellence, but humility opens doors. The ultra-successful carry confidence and curiosity. They ask questions, read, study, and learn from those behind them, not to be right, but to be better. Someone might ask, when can I coast? The answer, when you're done growing. Until then, stay in the game. Picture a tree, tall, fruitful, yet still reaching higher, digging deeper. That's growth. The successful stay rooted yet rising, strong yet seeking. They never forget their roots. They say thank you, listen quietly, give generously. Humility builds bridges, pride builds walls. After every win, ask, what did I learn? Who helped me? Where can I improve? Celebrate, but keep climbing. You're never too accomplished to evolve, never too smart to listen. The next level is for those who stay teachable, stay humble, stay hungry, stay growing. We've covered a lot. Mindset, mornings, giving, planning, tracking, growing. But here's the core truth. Success is built in days, not years. You don't need a new life, just a new day, then another, then another. The ultra-successful don't wait for someday. They master today with purpose, focus, and discipline. Tomorrow's future hides in today's choices. They win the morning, own the hours, direct their energy, and stack small victories that compound into transformation. Some say success comes from big moments, but it's the small daily actions, courageous steps, consistent habits that shape your path. How are you building your days? With intention or distraction? Planting seeds or drifting? Everyone builds something. Make sure it's what you want. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it. Don't wait to feel ready. Start now. You don't need perfection, just consistency. Show up daily, with purpose. Make the call, write the words, plan the day, eat well, give generously, reflect deeply, rest intentionally, and start again. Each action feels small, but together they build a life of purpose, meaning, and impact. So, as we close, hear this. Craft your day, and you'll craft your destiny. Step by step, choice by choice, day by day. The extraordinary life hides in the ordinary day, done with extraordinary discipline. Start today. Own your day, lead your day, live your day. Watch your future unfold, one great day at a time.